Hey, welcome to the channel, friends. As always, man, I am super stoked and pumped up to see you. So, I'm sure I've had this question a lot of times over the years, and when it comes every 4 years, I think it becomes a little bit more, a little more out in the open as far as the question is concerned. But the question is this: how is the military going to vote? How is politics in the military? What do we lean left? Do we lean right? What's going on? So I want to pick this apart a little bit and share you some of my experience since 1994 to present. So that's what this channel is all about, right? It's all about military news, Army news. It's all about professional development. So if that's what you're into, you want to stay up to date on some future content, make sure you subscribe to the channel and click that notification bell. I mean, it's right there. I'd also like to look forward to hearing your comments down below, whether it's maybe your former service, maybe you're in, maybe you're thinking about coming in, or you just have some sort of opinion you want to share. Look forward to it. Keep this conversation rolling. So, the military, the demographics of the military, I think that's something that a lot of people sometimes we fail to remember. That at the end of the day, the population in the military comes from the population of the United States. I know it sounds crazy, but I think a lot of people have in their head that it's stereotyped that if you're in the military that you are a gun-loving, Republican, leaning right on everything. And truth of the matter is that it's just not quite the case. I've met quite a few people, and I'd say it's probably evenly split, just like it is in the United States. About half the people lean right and half the people lean left on most things. Now, we'd all, I think, appreciate, having a strong military, and I think for those of us who've been around for more than 4 years, or even more than 8 years or 12 years, when I came in, President of the United States was Bill Clinton the first time around. So I've lived through Clinton, I've lived through Bush, I've lived through Obama, and I've lived through Trump. And I'm old enough to remember Bush Sr. And I know that, as a generalization, the military gets a little bit more funding when POTUS is a Republican. But that being said, I personally had absolutely no issues during any presidency. I've had bigger pay raises, 3.2% a couple times, and I've had almost nothing a few other times. But that's really neither here nor there. But I think it's going to be interesting to see. I'm just as curious and excited to see what's going to happen on Tuesday as anybody else is. So look forward to hearing your thoughts. Down in the comments below. Politics isn't really generally talked about in the military because, again, you never know what you're going to get. We just don't talk too much about it. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. The dudes that we're closer to, we'll talk politics, we'll talk some shop. Dudes that we don't know, we're not trying to rustle any feathers. And I can tell you, biggest thing, if you're in, is make sure you don't say or do anything that would violate the profession of arms. And regardless of what you think that the future may come on Wednesday, or next year, or in 2 years, or in 4 years, remember your oath. Remember who it is that you're working for, which at the end of the day is the American people, and that our Commander-in-Chief is just that. He is our Commander-in-Chief. And regardless of your personal opinion, you need to have a professional opinion that drives you. And I look forward to it, man. We'll keep this conversation rolling. I'm not going to tell you who I'm voting for, or who I voted for, or who I voted for in the past. And to be honest with you, I've voted blue and I've voted red over the years. I'm not a party puncher. I'm not a straight ballot kind of guy. I've in the past, I have voted for whoever was not the incumbent, regardless of what my personal thoughts or opinion was. It's like, dude, you've had 4 years, you've had 40 years, and I'm not happy, so I'm going to be not happy with you on this one. I mean, I voted for third party, and I'm proud to do so as well. So I try to look at the individual person and what they bring to the table, what their experience is, what their values are, what their ideology is, and try to go from there. I tend to lean right a little bit, when it comes to areas of government involvement, right? I guess you could say I believe in a republic. I believe in the Constitution, right? I believe in states' rights. I believe in limited government. But I also believe, that humanity, that we suck. And so I know that we need some government intervention because we can't trust ourselves. Otherwise, you end up with organizations that take deep advantage of humans, of humanity, and that darkness will prop up an extremely small percentage and push down and squash down everybody else. So I know that we need, government involvement when it comes to trade. I guess you could say I lean a little left when it comes to some social programs. And so I'm just all over right in the middle, not really too far one way or another. If you want to share your thoughts or opinions, you want to smash me for mine, dude, I don't care, man. We'll just keep this conversation rolling. If you enjoyed it, make sure you like it. Again, man, you want to stay up to date on some future content, make sure you subscribe to it, man, and don't forget to hit the notification bell. As always, man, I do appreciate everything. Y'all, you stay out there, you keep grinding, and you stay stoked.